Hello there, everybody. Now, a few weeks ago, multiple people actually, were requesting that I start doing some more videos on From the Depths. It's a really awesome game. It's been one of my favorites for a while. But I've been holding out for a co-op campaign. That's finally out now, by the way, so I've been playing it with some friends. But my tutorial series is going to be starting in earnest. I posted one other video on this game about a month ago. It wasn't really on anything in particular, just some of the basic concepts, and didn't really cover much. But today I have a couple really more focused topics that I'm going to be covering. The main topic is going to be lasers and how to build them, how to use them. And I'm going to be kind of touching on shields, how they work, and probably, if we have time, a little bit of more information on engines and some of the designs that I usually like to throw together. They might not be the most efficient. I'm sure there's more efficient designs out there, but it's what I normally use. So, hi puppy. I already have a laser and everything built. I will show you the construction process later. But why don't we spawn some enemies, and you can just see what this laser can actually do. Let's spawn in a ship of some kind. Not really sure what. We'll spawn that in, I guess. Oh, except a little bit of an issue. It spawned in on the opposite side of where I actually wanted it, so now those missiles are going to hit me and take out the engines. But there's a new damage indicator, and it does a lot of damage. I have the pulse on it, and see, it's just totally tearing that apart. Let's pull out these binoculars, and we can get a closer look as to where it's actually hitting. Lasers are, as far as I know, the most powerful weapon in the game. It just takes quite a bit of engine power to actually run it. It's just shredding that ship to pieces. And it doesn't take ammo to run, it's pure power is what it takes to run. Alright, so all those things have been shredded. Granted, they didn't spawn where I wanted them to, so I can show you the shields. But you get the point. Lasers are incredibly powerful, and I threw a chair up here for manually controlling it. Stuff like that, it's pretty fun. AI wanting control of turret. It's actually kind of bugging out. It's the green little lasers are still there for whatever reason. But that's besides the point. Now, for the actual construction of the laser. Now, this got kind of damaged because they spawned in the wrong direction. But you got to see how much it just tore through enemy ships. That's what I wanted to show you. That was the main thing. And that is what happened. So I'm just going to go into build mode here. Our multi-purpose laser. This is the core of any laser system. It's what actually will, without this, your laser will not function. And from the multi-purpose laser, if you wanted to, it doesn't have to be this complex or this laid out. I mean, I've built bigger lasers, but this is kind of a moderately complex setup-ish, kind of. But regardless, these things here are all connectors. I'm using these connectors to hook up to the laser couplers. The laser couplers need to be connected up to your the multi-purpose laser in some way, and I did that with these connectors. If you wanted to build a simple laser, you could basically just take this multi-purpose laser block, put a coupler right in front of it, and just continue on with what you see out here. So pretend this would be the multi-purpose laser, there's the coupler, and then there's this extending out. You could do it like that. It's just whatever floats your boat. Alright, from there we have, attaching to the laser couplers, we have these laser cavities. And the laser cavities are kind of the heart of the laser generation. Attached to the laser cavities are laser pumps, and actually I will pull up what they actually do. The laser pump is placed directly onto the side of the laser cavity blocks. The more pumps on the cavity, the stronger the laser it will produce. Pumping requires power. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. From there, also in line, You can't attach pumps to these, but you can add laser destabilizers and frequency doublers. Now to pull up the description of what those do. Dang it, that's not where it was. Alright, here we go. Laser destabilizer. Dramatically increase the energy use when firing, but it jacks up the damage. That's what the destabilizers are. That's what these blocks are here. And if I pull up the pump, you see there's no connection there. It shows up red. I can't connect anything to it there. And you don't have to have these on the end like I do. You can kind of scatter them through, and then you'll be able to connect pumps to the end of this if you wanted, or laser cavities rather. There's no rule saying that they all have to be together. They can be anywhere along the line. Just know that you can attach pumps to it. And the frequency doubler increases the frequency of the laser, and as such increases the armor piercing value. The more of these you have, in short, the better you'll do at punching through blocks. Obviously really good against metal, or if you want to do damage behind other blocks. It's good to have. By the way, like any other thing, you get all sorts of information when you hover over the multipurpose laser block. Continuous wave laser damage, I actually do 0 because of something I'll show you after I've explained this. And the pulsed laser damage, and it gives the AP value, the range value. Alright, so what makes this pulsed laser instead of continuous wave? It's these Q switches. The more of these Q switches you have, the faster the pulsing will be. Now, the pulsing does increase the damage. I would highly recommend that you add those. Like, this is much better than just a continuous wave. You'll do much more damage, and, yeah, it's just do it. Just do it. Make your dreams come true. Okay, so, that's basically it for the actual assembly of the supporting the generation components. Now to actually build a turret with it. See, I could have actually I'll touch on that later. I have these connectors running all the way up to directly underneath of the turret base. Actually, I'll do this. See that is just a 360 degree turret base. It's actually apparently a precision turret. I just loaded that up, something that I built previously. And the laser transceiver is placed directly below that, because on the turret itself, that's another transceiver block pointing directly downwards, and that is because no matter where it turns or where it looks, it will still be connected. Like, without this connection, this turret will not be connected to the AI mainframe, and as such cannot be controlled by the AI. So it's really important that you put, if you want it to be controlled by AI, that laser transceiver block directly in line with the turret base, so that, you know, it's able to connect up to the mainframe. Now, if you wanted, I didn't necessarily have to have all these laser connectors. I could have had, actually, might as well just show you this now. I can just delete all of this, except I didn't mean to delete that, but it's no big deal. What I could do is I could take a laser transceiver and I could place it here. I can go all the way out here. Laser connector. There. And then I could add a transceiver looking up into that. By the way, if we look at this, it says disconnected. It's not actually hooked together as of right now. But when I do this, bam, it will connect up. When I look at that, connected to laser multipurpose ID, and it's all hooked up. Because you don't necessarily need to have physical blocks all the way across. You can use that. Although, as I recall, if you do that, oh yeah. Obviously, it will go through blocks. All right. Because that's how the basis of how the turret works with this, because there's blocks in the way, but it will still connect as long as it's in line. Not sure if that's a bug or if that's how it was planned, but that's how I build my turrets. Remember, laser transceiver lying directly up with the turret, that way wherever it turns, it'll stay connected. And this right here is, in fact, connected. Alright, So, say if I go out here and try to spawn ships, enemy ships to blow up, hopefully they shoot back and they will get blocked by the shields. And actually, I also have something else that I can show you. I don't think I have it set up yet, but I will have to take care of that. You'll see what I'm talking about in a bit. Basic battleship, sure. Oh, except that's not what you do. You do... Dang it, I forgot how to... Damn it! Ransack, ransack, ransack. God damn it, they're not spawning in the right place. But you get the point, those lasers devastate. What I will do is I will actually use... not this ship, but something else, to demonstrate what actually happens when you shoot at that. A Fortress of Solitude. Oh god, it's kind of spawned in. Like, weird. It's okay. So don't mind me, I'm just gonna kind of raise up the fortress. La da da da. Meanwhile, everything's shooting. And I'm flipping over that ship. It's a freaking large cannon. Look at that. Just look at that shit. Look at that shit and like it! It's like shells the size of a small car. Okay. Once all those things get blown to smithereens, which it just has. What kind of turret base is this, by the way? Let's find out. Oh, perfect. Alright, so, if I fire a shell, it reflects it. And there's a couple different settings on the shield. And it's not a 100% chance that it will deflect, by the way. It just helps to defend it. Like, see, those shells are bouncing off? Those are shells that normally would cause some issues. Are you building your vehicle backwards? Controller is facing backwards. I have no idea what you're talking about. I just threw it all together, and I don't give a crap if it's backwards. Why don't you just not judge it based on whether or not you think it conforms to your standards of backwards? Sheesh. Alright, so this right here is one of the shield generation blocks. The other one's over there. I'm looking right at it right now. So you hit Q. You have a bunch of different settings. Actually, here, why don't I do this for you? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you have your range, that's how far out it extends. Pretty self-explanatory. Width, it makes it wider or narrower. Height, same thing, except up and down, vertically. Azimuth will turn it different directions. It's 45 degrees positive and negative is the max distance there. Elevation is the angle, like that. You can have it facing downwards, you can have it facing upwards. What I have it set to right now, disrupt. Disrupt the path of projectiles. The larger of angle of incidence, the larger the deflection will be. Increase power to further increase the deflections. And what angle of incidence is, it's basically in relation to the angle of the shield. It's the angle of incidence is the angle at which a projectile is coming in. So the larger the angle, so something like that, the larger the deflection will be. Increase power to further increase the deflections, and that's this here affects strength. Of course, anything we do with this will, lowering the strength will make it less likely to deflect, but take up less energy. Something to keep in mind. Now, reflect. A chance to ricochet projectiles away increases with angle of incidence and increased power. Armor-piercing projectiles have a higher chance of penetration. So that's little things you can play with shields. I highly recommend using them, especially when you're fighting big, scary fortresses or ships like that. And they've also added a color picker. And how to actually get to that, let's see. Should be miscellaneous. Shield projector. Color changer that connects downwards onto a shield projector and allows changing of shield color. Now you access that just by looking at it and hitting Q. And you get your Roy G. Biv red, green, blue color combos. You can combine all sorts of different things, see what kind of colors you can get. And the alpha is basically how transparent or opaque the shield is. Like at lowest setting 0.10, it's barely visible. Whereas setting it all the way up there, it's pretty much totally opaque and you won't be able to see through it. You know, all sorts of cool color combinations you can do with that. Just kind of experiment, find what you like. It's pretty fun. Also, it was important to note that, like here, if I take this, just checking what this is set to right now. If I take my minigun and I shoot, projectiles can pass through that way, the direction that the shield generator is facing, without deflecting. So you can have turrets sitting behind the shield. Your turrets can be protected by the shield. Whereas if we go down here, dang it, you see many of those bullets are deflected away. It's important to remember because obviously being able to shoot through your shield but enemies not being able to shoot into it can be used to your advantage in many different ways. The benefits are obvious, you know, like you can shoot them, they can't shoot you. So do it. Just do it. What's the time? I don't really have time to talk about engines more than I did the last time. I kind of touched on them. But just know that I have heard that the ratio between superchargers and engine zone fuel tanks is 1:4. So 1 supercharger for every 4 fuel tanks is the ratio you should be shooting for. Not sure if that's changed, but that's just what I've heard. Just kind of experiment, find your own designs. I can kind of show you this a little bit. Actually, it's kind of confusing there. But basically, engine block, you place that, you have the crankshaft going down that way. Just kind of experiment. I'll talk about this more in depth in another video. This one, I definitely want to talk about the lasers and the shields. It's both really cool things. Both require a decent amount of power. Of course, with the shields, you have that slider, and you can always just not build as big of a laser to save on power if you don't have a massive engine yet. Ooh, let's just wreck this thing, won't we? Shall we? Ooh, I gotta turn on the sensitivity of my mouse for this. Or not. It's just not very... It's very sensitive. Damn it! You get the point. It does a lot of damage. It's just tearing apart that ship. Actually, let's go see if we can look at the damage really quick. Holy cow. But no, a lot of that was wood decking, but yeah, it punched right through that wood decking, shredded this this metal even. So yeah, yet another demonstration. Lasers are amazing, and while that engine I have on there is fairly powerful-ish, it's pretty easy to obtain the resources to get it. And again, I mentioned before, but just in case you forgot, lasers do not require ammunition. That will save you on metal. It's only needing power. Only power. That's it. Nothing else. Power. Sweet. Alright. That's just about it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed watching this. If you like this video, hit like. If you really like this video, hit subscribe, maybe share it with your friends. And until next time, this is Ryan from Stromboli Games, signing off.